Hi, welcome back to Fake It to Make It or Hi. If you're new, I'm Katie. I'm decorating my Happy Planner dashboard spread this week, and I'm going to use the new Live Love Posh Love Yourself sticker book. There is a flip through of this on my channel. It went up tonight, actually, Sunday, so definitely check that out. And if you choose to shop, I really appreciate if you use my affiliate link. You also get yourself a discount, so it is worth it for you to use a link, and I appreciate it. We got college to pay for, folks. College to pay for, or at least help out. So anyway, let's get started. I want to use this. I love it's like winter relaxy. I'm gonna pull some washi. I have some washi up here that I ordered on Amazon. I did a recent haul, so you can check that out. But I think like this blue gray I think might work, because there's definitely some of that in like the pillows and the florals that I'm going to use. So yes, okay. How is everyone doing? Happy Sunday. I have a fire going. My husband is kind, and I don't need him to start a fire, but he usually will come down here and start a fire for me, which is really thoughtful. So we have a fire going. I had a tea. I've been just doing some kind of like organizing and planning for the week and just different things. So that has been good. Oh, I kind of want to use this. I love that there's some florals that also kind of match with these like other decorative stickers. So I kind of want to use, like, look how gorgeous that is, right? Or see this. Okay, I want to use this, but this has a flat edge on this side, so I think this needs to go here. Here we go. And I think there's another Mayfair Witches out today because it's Sunday, so I'm excited about that. I never read the books back in the day. It's an Anne Rice series. You guys will have to let me know if that's something that you're into or not. But I started watching that, so hopefully I can get a chance to watch that tonight. I'm finally caught up on Law and Order, SVU, and Organized Crime. And one of you, oh, I can't remember your name now. I'm horrible with names, FYI, in real life, like in person too. I'll remember your face if I meet you. I'm usually really good with faces, names, horrible. Anyway, one of you had put a comment on one of my last videos wondering like what I thought about, oh, I don't want to give it away if no one's caught up. Maybe I shouldn't say. Anyway, I commented back to you. You asked me a question about Stabler and yeah, you know who you are. I won't say anything else. But I commented back. I was going to talk about it, but then I just realized perhaps I shouldn't in case any of the rest of you watch the show. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I really want this here, but I also don't want to lose all that pretty greenery at the bottom, but I think I'm going to have to lose a little bit of it. That is okay. We'll just snip that off. Here we go. Ooh. This weekend went by quick. I invited myself and my family and my brother and his kids over to my mom's for dinner this week because why not? Isn't that what moms are for? To invite. I think maybe I'll put this here so we can invite ourselves over for dinner. No, it was nice because honestly, all of us haven't been together, I don't think, since Christmas. So it was really nice. We just ordered Chinese food and like put a movie on, and the kids like went sledding because my mom, at the front of her subdivision, there is a big So I'm looking for boxes that match this. There's a big basin, and so like, and the kids like have built ramps and stuff. I don't know, but they had fun, so that was good. And they did that, and we celebrated my husband's birthday. I had made a coconut cake. It was the Dolly Parton. Have you guys seen it? I think it's a Duncan Hines. Dolly Parton. She has a coconut and a banana cake. The coconut cake was really good. Everybody liked it. I did use like the Dolly Parton buttercream frosting, and then I bought shredded coconut. I would highly recommend that. I put some on and I even toasted some. Really good. I think it would also be good if you're a coconut lover. I feel like you either love coconut or you don't. I feel like there's not, I don't know, a lot of in between. But I think I need to pull boxes from somewhere else, because for some, the blue, I don't want to use. I don't feel like it matches as well as I want it to. Maybe it's just me. Like that blue would go, but yeah, I'm gonna look for some neutral. I think I have some neutral, yes, boxes. Actually, I have them right here. So that worked out well. I didn't think that they would be right here. Maybe a gray box. Anyway, sorry. So, okay, this coconut cake anyway. The coconut cake. So, I feel like it would also be good. Have you ever heard of like a poke cake, where you like bake a cake and then while it's still warm, you take like a end of a utensil or like a barbecue skewer or something, or the end of a thin spoon, and you poke holes in it, and then you would like dump pudding in it, and then you would put it in the fridge, let it cool. I think if you did that and had like a coconut pudding, I think that would be really good. Also, sorry, you didn't know you were getting like a whole conversation on cakes today, but that is where I'm at with that. It was good. I think that would also be good. All right. She also has some really great quotes in here, because this is all about like self-care. Love more positive vibes only. It's okay not to be okay. Self-love club. You are enough. I am enough. I kind of like this. I've been having like, I've talked about it a little bit, I think. Just kind of like, meh, you know, like the weather and stuff. So I want to do something like a little more upbeat and positive. So I like this. I am enough. Because also sometimes, you know, we all have like those moments, I think, where self-doubt kind of creeps in, or we second guess ourselves or what we're doing. I also do that. I am guilty of that as well. So I just want to, where am I going to put this? Okay, we're going to mark here. I'm going to wait this out so I can lay this sticker over it. And I'm definitely, I don't know, been a little, I don't want to say that I've been hard on myself, because maybe I need it, but definitely have had some feelings, been in my feels a little bit lately about some things. So we're just gonna put this little reminder here. That's hard sometimes, you know, being a working mom and also trying to hustle. And I have, you know, my daughter will be going to college. My son, he has his associates and may go back. I think he's a little undecided right now, but he's working full time, you know, has a decent job. And then my daughter will be going to college, and just wanting to be able to like help her out, and, you know, just the future, things like that. So just have a lot of things I'm working towards, and sometimes it's easy to kind of be, you know, a little tough on yourself, because I did not grow up with money, to put it lightly. We did not have a lot, and so, you know, always wanting to, you know, do better. I feel like that's kind of a normal thing as a parent, you know, wanting to do better, wanting to do more for your kids. So I'm definitely, I think we're going to wipe this out too. I'm definitely trying. And, you know, social media sometimes can be tough because I think it does lead to comparison. You know, comparison is the thief of joy. I've definitely heard that, and it is 100% true. But we're also all human, and I think easily can, you know, kind of get in a place where we compare ourselves, you know, whether it is to people online or neighbors or others, you know. So yeah, I guess I've just been dealing with that a little bit, and I don't mean that to be heavy in any way, but I think, you know, we don't always talk about these things and how we feel or that we struggle. You know, sometimes I think, especially with social media, it's we share like the fun and the good and the cute and all that, but sometimes, you know, life can be rough, and it's not all sunshine and roses and, you know, aesthetic kitchens and perfect meals and perfect children and the perfect plans. So I want to share that stuff too. You know, some things I don't share fully because, you know, especially if it has to do with my kids, I choose to put things online. They don't, and so I always try to be very cautious about the things that I share, or if and when I share anything about them that they, you know, they are aware or okay with, because that's important to me. Because teenage years can be hard enough. They don't need something floating around out there forever that they don't want out there. Does that make sense? So anyway, we went right from talking about TV shows right into the deep. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how that happened, but there we go. Okay, I think I want this little sticker. Do you ever get like that comparison syndrome? If you do, like, what do you get comparison syndrome about? I for sure, probably, I want to cut all the way through. Why am I having such an issue with this? There we go. Goodness. I don't know why. It was just that one. Everything else has been fine. Like, once in a while you get a weird, or something has been like cut weird sometimes in these books. So my thing, I think, sometimes comes from, you know, well, maybe you don't know this. I went back to college as an adult, which I'm super thankful that I did. Oh my gosh, I am glad that I had the opportunity to do that, and in that I was able to do that, not just for myself, but for my family. But, you know, when I was younger, we didn't have money growing up. There wasn't really money for college, and so I didn't go. I didn't finish. I think we're gonna put this here instead. I went for a little bit, and then I dropped out and went to work. So I think sometimes I wish I would have done things differently in that regard. Not that there's always choices. I'm not going to make excuses. I could have taken loans out, but that was like very scary to me at the time, that thought. And honestly, I don't know if I was ready. Just some things I had gone through as a child. I think, you know, my parents got divorced my senior year. My grandpa, who was like a father to me, had passed away my freshman year of college. There was just a couple years where things were just very heavy, and I don't think mentally I was in a place to finish school. Which, of course, like, hindsight's 20/20. Do I wish I would have done that stuff now? Absolutely, because I think that's part of it. You know, you have some regret. So that is something like I compare like with other parents maybe who are a little more together, right? Who had it a little more together earlier on. I compare myself to that. You know, and then there's like the typical online things too. You know, you see people doing things, accomplishing things, and it's like, oh, I could do that, you know? So definitely a little bit of that too. But let me know down below. I don't mean for this to be such a heavy plan with me. I guess this is just like on my mind for whatever reason today. So that's what we're talking about. I never have a plan when I sit down to do these plan with me's. It's just kind of like, you know, whatever happens, whatever comes to mind. And oh shoot, I pulled this like a savage right out of there, you guys. So sorry. I think we're gonna do this one, but yeah, so I never have a plan. It's just like whatever is on my mind. And when I saw that I am enough sticker, that's apparently what happened. So I feel like sometimes being a mom, you know, it's not uncommon for us to have these feelings. So I'm sure I'm not alone in this. So if you have been feeling any of these ways, or just like having like the comparison syndrome, you're not alone. And you know, perfection isn't real. I talk to my daughter about this a lot. You know, like these pictures we see of celebrities with, you know, like poreless faces and perfect skin and perfect bodies. It's not real. But even I think we as women who know these things can fall victim to that too. So I think it's important sometimes that we remind each other of that, you know, that a lot of these things that we see are curated. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I like pretty pictures. I like creating pretty pictures for Instagram, you know, but do not get me wrong, you know, if there is a pretty picture, curated picture on my page, on my ottoman, like with my little tray or something like that, and it looks like cute, believe me that I had to move something off that tray from my ottoman, like the iPads and the remote. Like, it is not perfect. So, you know, I think we could all use those reminders now and again. Okay, let's add some boxes. So this week I will work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, and Tuesday is my husband's birthday. So let's put a little sticker down for him. Happy birthday, Joey. I'll put that down. I always tease him. I always call him Joe. His name's Joe, but I don't know why. Sometimes I call him Joey just to be funny. Oh my goodness. Here we go with the sticker book dilemma. Every time, if you guys watch my videos, you know, I have this lamp. The sticker book slide down. I cannot lay it flat, but I also need to have this lamp here for the lighting because I'm in the basement and there's not a stitch of natural lighting down here. So it's a finished basement, which I sometimes, if you follow me on Instagram, okay, I can't with that book anymore. I'm literally over it. I think I've kind of shared the view. I did tonight, I think, because usually I'll have a fire, and so I have a fire down here, and so I shared a little bit of that view tonight. Okay, so let's put this here because I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I said, because my counterpart, she is from Illinois and her dad has to have a surgery. So she asked if she could work my Monday and I would work her Friday. And so of course I said yes, because I can't imagine. I'm lucky enough that most of my family lives in Michigan. My mom lives in Michigan. I have some cousins and an aunt that live in Chicagoland area, and one in Missouri, and a cousin in Oregon. But for the most part, the majority of my family, and my immediate family, like my mom and my brother, live here. I couldn't imagine not having my, like, not living near them. Especially, like, yeah, my mom and my brother. I don't know. We just have always been close, and we had an opportunity at one point, my husband did, for something to possibly move to Tennessee. It had been a brief thought, but at that time, my brother, he's divorced now, but at that time, his then wife was pregnant with my nephew, and I could not fathom, like, leaving and not being able to be around and see these kids grow up. And I think it would be different if, like, we had already been gone, but I think because we were here, I was just like, I don't know. And we're close. Like, I consider myself to be close to my brother. Like, we can talk about anything. And even though we may not talk every day, like, we talk pretty frequently, I think. I mean, sometimes we can go a while without talking, as life can get busy, but I just, like, look up to him so much and, like, appreciate him so much. I also can't imagine, like, not being around. However, that being said, I always tease my husband and say, like, we'll stay in Michigan. Like, I don't want to move again. We bought this house, which is a ranch style house, purposefully, so, like, we can grow old here. And if we ever have any issues, walking, for example, it's a ranch, won't have to worry about stairs, for example. I mean, there's stairs because there's a basement, but, not that it's a 2-story or anything like that. So anyway, I've joked with my husband, well, sort of joked, but not really, that, if our children move, we're moving with them, because I also am like, if these kids move, I'm obsessed with them. Not obsessed with them in a weird way, but I would move. Like, I love my kids. Not that if you don't live by them, you don't love them, but it's a little ridiculous. I'm well aware, but, like, we would move. I would want to move. And so he, like, kind of laughs, but I'm kind of serious. I don't know. I tell him he can stay and I'll go. Again, it's like half joking, but sort of not. We'll see. My son, I could see my son staying here, but also he's been dating a Canadian girl now for, oh my gosh, over a year. How long have they been dating? A year and a half? They've been dating for a while. So he says that he's not going to move to Canada. But I will see about that. I just don't know. Again, like, where she lives, it's like 4 hours away. I cannot see myself moving to Canada, though. I'm going to be honest. I don't know that, because that's like a whole different, I don't know. That's like way bigger than trying to, like, just move to a different state. That there's, like, way more involved in that. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But then, my daughter too. Will she end up staying in Michigan? Who knows? Sorry, I'm trying to now rip up this because I decided to put this floral here, because I always do this. If you guys have followed me, the washi tape is always a struggle. Me and this washi tape, and, like, I put it down, I pull it up, I don't like it, I then have to, I just make ridiculous. Okay, I'm even ripping this sticker a little bit because there we go. Can't really tell. I just wanted some of that dark out from under that floral. Okay, I do feel like I need something up here, though, which I started with this flower, pulling it to put up here. Oh, I hear the cat coming. You guys may have a little visitor. Because for some reason when I'm up here filming, she doesn't usually do it otherwise, but when I'm filming, it's like, oh, you're talking. Yep, here she comes. You guys are going to have like a little fuzzy butt in the view, I think. What you doing, Rem? Oh, maybe not. She's just going to stare at me and get down, but sometimes she has to walk directly on what I'm doing. She did that once. I think I've said before, my daughter, we have 2 desks and they face each other because my daughter also is like artsy and likes to do stuff. So she'll like come down here. So the cat will do that to her, but a lot of times, Shelby's painting. So yeah, one time she did that on a wet painting and then jumped off. That was, luckily, I believe it was white paint. And it was water-based. Then we had to like wash her paws, which she's not declawed. So you can imagine how fun that was. Luckily, you couldn't see anything on the carpet, I think, because she ran on the desk first. Like most of it, whatever was wet, just went on the desk. But it was like, really, cat? Really? Like, why are you so dang nosy? So at least if she jumps up here while I'm doing this, it's not like a wet paint situation. But these are the things. These are the things we deal with. Oh, now you can hear my son. You may hear my son calling the cat. He is watching a movie on the other side of the basement, which you may not be able to hear him. Okay. I did end up losing a little bit of my to-do list up here, but that's still a really good portion. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm perfectly happy with that because I just feel like that balances out a little bit better. And then maybe something up here. The florals are not like very, oh, I've used a lot of them too. I don't necessarily like to repeat. Let's look, because I do want something like up in this corner. Without it being a total repeat. And I need something small. Like that I feel like is too repetitive. That is too big. Maybe this pink one. Let's see. If I cut it in half. Because I think everything else is too big. Let's see. I don't know. Is that too much of the same? No. I think let's cut this. Think that'll be okay. Hold on. I have to turn it this way. There we go. Okay, even though it's the same as that, I think that works. And then maybe a quote. Let's see. I use this as my dinner section. Give yourself grace. Believe in yourself. I do like that there's some small. You don't have to be perfect to be amazing. Take time to do what makes your soul happy. Like that would fit, right? Let's see. I like that there's some of these smaller quotes because sometimes I feel like, don't get me wrong, I like the big quotes, but sometimes you just want like a nice small quote to fit in somewhere like this. So let's see, I think, yes, that's actually perfect. I'll usually write dinner, but I don't need to write that. Obviously, I use this planner every week. I know. I know what I'm using that section for. So I think that that's really cute. I love that these kind of go with the floral stickers. So this is the Love Yourself sticker book. This will be available at Live Love Posh this Friday, February 3rd. I believe at 2 p.m. Eastern. I'll leave the details down below. It's also, there's also an affiliate link which will get you a discount. So definitely, if you plan on shopping, consider using that. It saves you money. It definitely helps me out. And there is a full flip through of this that is up. I put it up tonight because I'm filming this on a Sunday. But I really like this. I like it's just like very calming and peaceful, which I love. So let me know what you think down below. I hope you guys are having a great week planning your best life, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.